So today in the short interview, I have one of the budding stars of the badminton landscape, someone who seems like will scale higher peaks. So welcome to the short interview, Ayush Shetty. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Okay. So just on a light-hearted, slightly light-hearted tone. So how is it going? Your life? You just want to say a few words.
Yeah, I think it's been going all good, and I
Mm.
think I had a week's
Yes.
break before Singapore Open,
Yes.
so I'll be leaving for Singapore this Saturday.
Yes.
I think I'm prepared and excited.
Okay. So let us start with the Thomas Cup. Obviously, you were part of India winning a medal. So can you say a little bit about your feelings about how proud you were to be part of the team?
Yeah, I think it was really a special feeling to be part of the Thomas Cup team. I think I watched them win in 22,
Mm.
so
Yes.
I think being a part of them, I think it was really special, and winning a medal. I mean, I'm
Yes.
always grateful for it.
Anything little more about, yes, we have seen those matches against
Mm.
China, Chinese Taipei, but behind the scenes, any moments that you would want to share, maybe in terms of celebrations,
I
anything
think
that we have not seen? Yeah.
I think behind the scenes, I would say we had a really strong team bond. I mean,
Mm.
we were always together. Wherever we went.
Mm.
I mean, it might be dinner, lunch. We used to order and sit together. I think we spent a lot of time together. I think when you're playing the individual
Mm.
turns, you don't get to do that much. But yeah, it was different, and I think even when we were playing, the
Mm.
cheers from the dugout was insane, and I think it was something different, I would say. Yeah.
How was it like watching your teammates play? Yes, there were a couple of, I think, very close matches. That's what I remember while watching against, I think, Chinese Taipei. So, how was it like watching your teammates play? Uh,
I think during the quarters, I couldn't watch a lot of matches
okay.
closely
Right.
because I was preparing for my match. But every few points, I used to come and watch from the stands. So when Lakshya won, took the first game, I remember me and Chirag shouting as if we won our matches. So yeah, it was really good.
You have to talk about your great win against Lin because, yeah, I've also seen him. Is kind of everyone says that he's a fast moving kind of player. So, but you still have to just in a few words talk about this great victory.
Yeah, I think he has some. I think the best attack right now in the world badminton. So I think I really had to be prepared on my defense. I knew that any chance I would give, he would keep on attacking. So I think I was defending pretty solid, and that's how I broke the momentum.
Okay. If you can just add a little more about this particular match, just a few more words about this.
Uh, I would say, yeah, I think, it was, I mean, we were
Mm,
up 2-0 as well.
mm, yes.
So I had a chance to finish the tie also. So I think, yeah, I mean, I was really excited, and, the energy was really high, even from the dugout, everyone cheering for me. I think I was really excited also, when I was playing.
Mm,
Yeah, also, when I won, everyone came into the court as well.
yes, yes,
It was, I mean,
yes.
really special feeling, and I think I would always remember that.
I don't want to take too much into that loss against France. Obviously, someone like Lakshya himself got injured. But if you can look back at that particular matchup, like where exactly it could have gone wrong on an overall basis.
Uh, I
Yeah,
think,
just, just
yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah, I think my match with Cristo, I mean, a bit
mm,
disappointed, I mean, the way I was playing that day, but
mm,
I think
mm,
Cristo was really prepared, and he
mm,
was playing
mm,
really solid, and
mm,
he didn't give me much chance to come back in the game. I think there's a lot to learn from
mm,
that
mm,
match as well.
mm,
So yeah, I think it was a
mm,
tough loss for the team, but
yes.
yeah, I think we would learn from it and come back stronger.
Let's go back to the Asian Championships. You didn't beat just one seed, not just two seeds. but three seeds on your way to the final, and it was a
Mm.
historic medal in a sense.
Mm.
So, how do you look back at that memorable run?
Yeah, I think it was a great run. I mean, I was going through a tough patch as well. I mean,
Yes.
and that tournament really gave me a lot of confidence going for the future tournaments. I think, yeah, I think I beat world number one as well, Kunlaut.
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
think, yeah, I think that was really special. And yeah, I think I would want the finals also to
yes,
go
yes.
my way. But yeah, unfortunately, when I would take it as a learning, I think, yeah, for the future.
You talked about beating the world number one. My next question was on that only. So, a
Mm.
little more about this thrilling match against Kun Woods, because someone I've seen for a long time, a very, very, very good player himself.
Mm.
So, little more few words on this particular match.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the first set was, I mean, he just played me around. I think it was pretty one-sided, and I think Kundath is someone I remember I didn't like facing him
Yeah.
because he's really strong in his defense and he has really deceptive shots. But I think from the second game, I really picked up the pace and really went on to win the game. I mean, I didn't want to leave anything behind. I think, yeah, I think I had to fight for each and every point. I think I think I'm really happy with the way I played that day.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about your game, because I also interviewed your coach, Sagar Chopra sir, a while
Mm.
back.
Mm.
It's not just about your attacking game. He was talking about your dribbles, your net
Mm.
game. So if you can just add a few words.
Yeah, I think I would say I think I have a
Then,
pretty good attack. I think I like to play more aggressive. I think that's been my game style. I think for a few years now. So yeah, I think that's the game plan always. To be more on the attack. Play aggressive, but at times you also have to defend as well. So yeah, I think the defense also has to be really solid. I think we've been working on that, and I think yeah, I'm getting better and better.
are you working on any areas like maybe fitness or say lower body strength? Obviously, you worked with Pratima sir as well, and Sagar Chopra sir, so Vimal Kumar sir. So uh, just a few words on it.
Yeah, I think I would say, I mean, there are room for improvement in all the areas. So I think we've been working on a lot on the defense, the strength in the legs. I think, yeah, I think I've been getting better. I think, but definitely a lot of room for improvement. So yeah, I think we are working on it. So I think, yeah.
A little more about the training methods, if you can share in your own words about uh, the how many hours do you train, or little more about the kind of training methods that happen, because obviously we are watching it as outsiders, but behind the scenes, a little more about the training methods.
Uh, I think it's nothing much of secret. I think I mean, I play in the morning. I think we have a solid 2.5 hour sessions. And in the evening, it's either some light skills and some uh, fitness or, the strength work. I think it's pretty much the same thing every day, but I think the sessions are really intense. And yeah, I think we've been putting in a lot of work in the areas that I need to work upon. I think, yeah, I think we have a solid team and we are working on it.
Okay, let us transport ourselves back to your childhood days, about your growing up years, how you took up this particular sport. Obviously, your native place is not far away from my native place as well, that is Udupi. So,
Okay. Okay.
little more about your growing up years, how you took up the sport.
Yeah, I think growing up, I watched my father play in the backyard of a house. So watching him, I mean, every day I started playing. So one day, I'm in your place, Udupi. We went for a
Yes,
district
yes.
tournament. So
Very well.
that was my first tournament, and I won the first tournament. It was a district level, but
Yes.
after that, my dad took it really seriously, and Then yeah, I think after that we joined an academy in Bangalore. Later in 2017, moved to Bangalore,
Mm.
and yeah, that's how it all started.
And any specific memories, any other specific memories from that time, if you want to share? Yeah, it could be related to badminton. It could be related to off the court as well. Something that you cherish from that time.
One thing I would say, I was training in Bangalore, so every day I
Mhm.
had to take a bus,
Mhm.
go almost
Mhm.
1.5 hour travel.
Mhm.
I think that was really tough and really tiring. I think that is something I would.
So you talked about obviously moving over to Bangalore. A little more about how you came through the ranks, about your journey. Obviously, trained
The
under
world
Sagar
ranks.
Chopra sir. Yeah, yeah. How you came through the ranks.
Yeah, yeah. I think after the junior, I think the ending of my junior career, I think I
Mm,
won a medal in the World
mm,
Juniors.
mm, mm,
I think that was a really
mm,
good confidence booster for me. Then I remember playing the Super 100 in Odisha. I think my first final, I mean, first big final in the senior circuit. I think I also had a great run in that tournament. So after that, I think I was in the top hundreds the next year. So yeah, I think also breaking the top 30 was not easy. I mean, you really
yes.
have to beat the big
Mm,
names.
mm,
I think that was really challenging at times, but I think I'm happy that I managed to, break through it. And yeah, I think the US Open was the breakthrough, I
yes,
would
yes.
say.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that US Open. How much of a confidence booster it was, that particular victory, the US Open, for you? Obviously, for even for Indian badminton, Indian men's badminton, it was kind of a breakthrough. So, how do you look back at that particular time?
Yeah, I think the US Open, my first ever World Tour title.
Mm,
I've played a couple of
mm,
semi-final,
mm,
but I
mm,
never won a
mm,
title. So US Open was really
mm,
special for
mm,
me.
mm,
Also beating Chow Tien
mm,
Chin in the
mm.
semi-final.
Yes.
I think it was amazing, and yeah, going and winning it was. I
Mm,
mean, it's really something special, and I would always remember that win.
mm,
And yeah, I think it gave me a lot of confidence
mm.
going further. And yeah, I think it's been a
Yes.
good round.
You just went to a phase, if I'm not mistaken, where you lost some matches in round 32. I've
Mm.
seen that. So how did you make a comeback? Or perhaps if you're looking at from the mental side of things, how did you make a comeback?
Uh, yeah, I think the beginning of the year was not really great for me. I also had a back
Mm,
injury, so yeah, I think I was not physically at my best. But
mm,
going into the European circuit,
mm,
I felt I was prepared, and I think those three tournaments losing early was really tough. I
mm,
mean, I would say mentally was really
mm,
tough. You're losing, you get back again, train again tomorrow. I mean, that's something tough to do when you're on tour.
mm,
So yeah, but I think even at those times, I believe that I'm doing the right things.
mm,
I knew that I would get those wins that I've been preparing for.
mm.
So yeah, I think I just kept those belief and kept working hard.
Okay. Just one final question. Outside of badminton, if you have other interests, I heard that you are into kind of football. Just you want to share a few words on it.
Yeah, I love watching football, but unfortunately, the matches are really
Mm,
late in India. So
mm,
now I've stopped watching just the highlights because
mm,
to sleep. But apart from badminton, I think I would say I don't go out often. Watch some movie, web series, maybe anime or something like that.
okay. Okay.
Yes.
Little bit about your future schedule, if you don't mind sharing it. Your goals, upcoming goals, or yeah, future schedule.
Yeah, I think I would say next week Singapore and
Mm,
Indonesia.
mm,
So I think the
mm,
goal is to do well in those tournaments,
Mm.
and we also have the World Championships
Mm.
this year. So yeah, I mean we are targeting the World Championships and preparing for it. Yes,
Okay. Thank you for taking our time out. It was a pleasure to have you
yes.
here.
Thank you.
Hopefully, you will reach higher peaks.